G'day fellas, and welcome to a casted game. Spawning in on the east side of the map, playing in the colour teal, as the English, it's Crackety here. And on the west side of the map, playing in the colour blue, as the Holy Roman Empire, it's Dimpale. I'm assuming is just dimple? I don't know how to pronounce it, so I'm just gonna say dimple. Like the dimple in your cheek, that kind of thing. Well anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we're here on Prairie, and take a look at Crackety. He's a little bit aggressive. Double scout opening coming from Dimpale. I do like this a lot on Prairie. I think this makes a lot of sense. For anybody who doesn't know, on Prairie, there are so many sheep on this map, so by going a second scout nice and early, it's going to enable you to have a little bit more, hopefully a little bit more sheep. And the more sheep you've got, well, for your Ark and Chapel especially, then the faster your food is going to be getting gathered. Obviously, your Ark and Chapel buffs up your villagers by 40%. You can always move to the boar in the back of your base. I don't know why there's a boar in the back of this base right here. This is kind of crazy when you think about it, right? Like, where's Crackety's boar? Oh, it's in the middle of the map between these two players. And where's Dimple's base? Or where's Dimple's boar? Oh, it's safely in the back of his base right here. This is such a good spot. Look at this. Oh my lord. If you could fit imagine if you could fit an ark in between that. Boar, sheep, berries, deer, palm trees, stone outcropping. I'm just saying all the resources right now. But nonetheless, I look forward to seeing what happens this game. Now, for anybody who doesn't know who Crackety is, I'll leave a link in the description to where you can watch him live. He streams over on Twitch. He's a content creator over there. He's a good friend of mine. I met him at Red Bull Walla Lol in Germany. He's a very, very cool guy. Very chill. Explains a lot what he's doing. And he's also going to be going for the double scout. And look at this. We've got the patented 5 scout path coming through. This is a very rare scout path. Something that's not seen a lot. But if you can pull this off, then your chances of winning go up by 5%. That's why they call it the 5. Also because it looks like a 5. So there you go. Crackety going to be pulling that one out. It's rare that we see it, but when we do, we get excited. Now, let's talk a little bit about how we suspect this matchup to go. Because this is a bit of an interesting one. Okay, so number 1 point. HRE, they want to go Castle Age. Okay? And that's going to happen this game. And you can't stop them. I mean, you can send a longbow towards them, but the reality is they can age up so damn quickly. We're talking like they can click up at 6 minutes. So unless you're sending longbows out at like 4 minutes and 10 seconds and they've got a clear runway, and by clear runway, what I mean is like, you know, you're walking across here and you don't get hit by a boar that got tagged by a scout. You don't get attacked by a wolf. You know what I mean? Like that's a clear runway. And if you've got like a front gold or something like that, then it's okay. But with this Ark and Chapel, this is a great position on the Ark and Chapel, by the way. If I could, I'm going to give this a mark right now. Let me see. Just pull out my red pen. Gets the 8k gold. He's got the best wood line that he can pretty much find. He's not going to get that one. Gets the town center. A lot of space for farms. It's on the back side of his town center as well. Got to give this is a solid 8.5 coming out right here. This is a very nice Ark and Chapel. Obviously, when it comes to the Ark and Chapel, there's a little bit of RNG that's involved. It's not always the player who gets the Ark, and we're not necessarily rating the position of the Ark and Chapel, but rather the Ark and Chapel itself. So keep that in mind. But yeah, it's one of those things where it's like you're not really going to stop the Holy Roman Empire from getting to Castle Age. And so how do you deal with this? And there's a big part of me that just thinks you just go fast castle yourself. Because you're kind of pigeonholed into going fast castle yourself, because you can't play men-at-arms against the Holy Roman Empire because they've got better men-at-arms than you. Even though you get armor cladding, which gives you 2 more armor, they get 2 upgrades that give them an extra, I think it's 6 damage against heavy units, and then an extra 2 damage on top of that. So they've got an extra 8 damage over you. So they're always going to beat you whenever you've got men-at-arms. And let's not mention the Lance connects. If they ever end up connecting, that's going to hurt you. So you're definitely like forced to go into Castle Age to deal with that because of the crossbow, and you need the crossbow. So I think largely a lot of the reason why we're seeing reactive fast castles are because there is a lack of crossbows. It's definitely the reason why we see Ottoman fast castle becoming popular, because the crossbow was the only thing that you wanted. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see Crackety look to go for something like that fast castle. Now, interestingly, we don't actually see any kind of farms, any kind of wheelbarrow, anything like that. So Crackety just going to be opening up with some aggression here. Now, I'd be curious to see if he can actually stop this Castle Age timing coming through from the Holy Roman Empire. What do we got here? Oh, he's putting an outpost down. Look at this. Oh, I don't know. Actually, this outpost might not be terrible. With arrow slits as well. And you can see he's only sent a couple of vills out here to get the arrow slits. So he's got an extra 1 range. The longbowman might get here in time. Look at this. Oh, he's going to have to send more vills, and he does send more vills now, realizing that the longbowman's going to be here. So vills are going to have to head back. Crackety definitely doing some good pressure. He takes 30 stone off it. How much stone does he need for the arrow slits? 37. Oh, my lord. So he needs a little bit more stone. Doesn't quite have it just yet. Drops it off 30 stone. So the reason why this is a bit of a tough spot here. Oh, my God. You guys see that leaf? Look at that leaf go right there. That leaf got exhausted into the atmosphere. Exhausted? Ejected. Ejected into the atmosphere. So the problem that we're going to have is this outpost has got 7 range. But this longbow has also got 7 range. And it means that this longbow is going to be able to come in over on this west side and attack these villages. And so just as I was saying before, you know, that you can click up with the HRE at 6 minutes. It looks like Dimple may have fallen a little bit behind. Did he get some upgrades or something when we weren't looking? Oh, okay. He's actually playing feudal. He's playing a little bit of feudal before he makes a stop at Castle Age. Don't mind me. So the horseman's going to be looking to clean this up. Now, do we have spearmen on the way? Let's take a look over on the base of Crackety. Crackety, no spearmen whatsoever, but he is going to set up palings. Oh, this is so cute. Oh, this is so, so cute. This is not your gold mine. This is my gold mine. And look at the way that he's done it. He's like, he is just chilling there. He doesn't need, I don't need no spearmen. I'm absolutely capable of taking this out myself. I'm a single longbowman. Well, technically we're 3 longbowmen. It's the 3 musketeers all over again, but instead of having muskets, look, they're a little bit before their time. These are the ancestors of the 3 musketeers. These are the 3 longbowmen. So nice stuff from Crackety. Let's see how well he's able to hold, though. They come in. They get hit in the face. The palings are going to get dropped. He's going to try his best. He does a fair bit of damage, but he's just getting laughed at this point. A single horseman probably wouldn't have been able to take it out, but 2 horsemen, well, Dimple was right on the money with that one. All right, well, the age up going to be coming through shortly. We can see just how much resources is gathered in that time frame. And now more villagers going to be moving out. I love the way that Crackety camped that gold mine. Just kind of like, that's my gold mine. And it was his gold mine for a short amount of time. I like the way that Crackety did that, though. So he delays it. And now we see a barracks coming up. Okay, he cancels it because he's going castle. It doesn't make sense to go barracks. Go stable, go monastery. But even if you go monastery, right, like you're going to be pulling relics off the map. But the thing is, you don't want to pull relics off the... This is why it's so hard playing against the Holy Roman Empire. You need to take relics off the map, but at the same time, you need to make enough units that you don't die. So it's really important here that Crackety scouts out what the landmark is, because if it's Regnitz, he can go double monastery and look to try and, you know, really establish a presence taking relics. If it's a Burgrave, though, I don't even think he should go for a monastery. I think he should just be going 100% crossbows or crossbow knight. We do see the stable coming down, so knights are definitely the right choice. But now aggression coming out here from Dimple. Gatling gun getting loaded up a little bit. There you go. Send that one home, and it's going to be a Burgrave. Does this get spotted? Does this get spotted? Let's have a look. He does spot it. Okay, so this should be all he needs to know. Cancels it. Perfect. And goes for the archery range. Beautifully played by Crackety right there. Triple cancel. Double cancel. I love this. This is the kind of reaction that we need to see more of. Don't just commit. You know, so many games I'll be watching top-level players, and they're like, I'm just going to make longbows, and that's it. I'm not making any other unit. Oh, you've got 12 knights. I'm just going to make longbows. It's like, could you maybe consider a spearman, perhaps? Nope, longbows. Crossbowmen? Nope. How about just a knight to go up against their knights? Okay, I can do a knight against their knights, but only one. Anyway, the age up's now coming through. That was oddly specific. Not referencing anyone or any game at all. But Burgrave Palace now about to be complete. King's Palace going up as well. So Crackety up to the Castle Age. So I would expect that he probably doesn't even look to go to a monastery. I think that a monastery here would be dangerous. Maybe the best bet for him is actually going into a second archery range. He needs to go into a second archery range. He's not going to be able to hold if he only goes 1 archery range. He needs to play 2 range here, because you got to remember you're going up against the equivalent of 5 barracks here. 5 barracks against 1 archery range. Sure, the crossbow's good, but it's not that good. So he really needs to drop that second. And he goes into a monastery. This is a massive mistake here from Crackety. I can't believe this is happening, because the thing is, he wants to secure the relics on the map, right? Like, he needs to get relics. You have to deny them from the Holy Roman Empire player, but at the same time, you can't let that be your focus in lieu of death, like, right? Like, you don't want to focus on that and then just die. And now Crackety's going to be really struggling here, because Dimple is coming in directly at that gold mine. If that gold mine goes idle, he's going to be in such trouble. Look at this. Only 5 villages on gold as well. No, this is not looking good for Crackety. Already, this is looking a little bit dangerous here. Crossbowmen are coming out, though. We can see the heavy maces upgrade comes through. Is it heavy maces? I'm not sure. It might be the 2-hand axe. Yeah, 2-hand axes upgrade coming through. So an extra 2 damage. He's got to be so careful, though. What's the movement speed? Up to 1.44 with the dive here. Crackety, don't you dare lose those crossbows. You need those crossbows. Please head back towards the town center. And we do see a second range coming up now, but he's going to have to evacuate the dance floor for the moment. Crackety on the defensive. Really needs to keep this mass alive. Needs to keep fighting back. Oh, this is not good for Crackety. The delay on that second archery range means he's down crossbows. He should be sitting on about 4 to 5 crossbows right now. He's lost 1 already. He's doing a decent job just constantly kiting back villagers, and the town center's also going to be helping out here. But at the same time, horsemen and scouts moving in. This is not good for Crackety. Look at the timing coming out right now. Dimple just absolutely nailing this. He needs to drop. He needs to put these crossbows inside the town center until the horsemen are dead. Horseman is fortunately dead, though, so he doesn't have to worry too much about that. Relic number 1 getting picked up. Still that Gatling gun helping out with the crossbows running for dear life. He's got 2 more in production back at home. 2 more up towards the north. Needs to focus down the horsemen. Let's see that town center focus down the horsemen. Please, town center, help me out. He's running, doing a ring around the rosy. Focuses down the sheep. No, Crackety, not like this. This is not the time to be slaughtering sheep. And the crossbowmen continue holding on for dear life. Look at him go. He's just ringing around the rosy right now. If you want to climb ELO, just start making Burgraves, ladies and gentlemen. This is absolute insanity. One of the world's best players right now going up against a Burgrave and struggling. And I can't help but feel like it was a single mistake. The monastery, a little bit of extra wood being thrown down instead of an archery range. And it means that as a consequence, look at the numbers. Look at the numbers. The men-at-arms just non-stop coming to Burgrave. It's just chilling idle for the moment. He's got so many resources in the bank and not even a single relic. I mean, Crackety's picked up 1. Where are the units, though? Where are the units? Crackety making longbows right now. Oh, this is not good. This is actually really bad for Crackety. This could genuinely just be GG right here. How does he hold this? I mean, villagers are going down. Once you start losing villagers, 27 idols, by the way. 27 idols. This is the consequence of a single monastery. 1 monastery. This single mistake may have cost Crackety the game. You never would have thought something so holy could be something so unholy for Crackety right here. Definitely a sad state of affairs for him. Still idle. Down a lot of villagers. He's lost 11 workers so far. Still losing more. He's trying to throw down a blacksmith of all things. I don't know what he needs a blacksmith for right now. The only thing he needs is a massive crossbows. If he gets up to like 7 or 8 crossbows, as long as he can start one-shotting these men-at-arms, he's going to be fine. He's going to be A-okay. He just needs to keep his head above water, but it's so hard. Villagers non-stop idle, trying to find somewhere to do work. And we take a look from Dimple's perspective. He's just flooding in units still. Men-at-arms running around the base. Crackety, on the other hand, he's got double scout over on his enemy side. He's managed to siege down a blacksmith. He's going for a house now. He's not even paying attention. He doesn't care. All he cares about is just killing the villagers. And that's what he's doing. And it's a beautiful strategy coming out from him. But at the same time, it's a little bit like, I feel like his keyboard may not be working because he's drooling so much over it. And that's not because he's excited by the gameplay. Let's just put it that way. Now Crackety, I mean, at this point, he's down 14 villagers. Sure, he's got the second town center. 4 relics are out on the map, still to be contested. He's got 1 of them so far. He probably could have looked to have held with a Walla Lol at some point, but I don't think it ever really crossed his mind. There's a lot going on in a game like this, and the crazy thing was that he spotted out the Burgrave. He knew the Burgrave was coming. And we see +1 coming through right now, but +1 isn't going to make a huge difference here. You know what's going to make a big difference? Units. Units are going to make a big difference, but Crackety's sitting on 1 villager working right now. I don't know, somewhere on this map, Crackety has got a villager that's on a farm. It's on food somewhere. I got no idea where it is. Not anymore. 0 vills working for Crackety right now. 0, 0, 0, 0. Completely idle. 25 villagers, 25 idols. Has Crackety just gone AFK? I think is he trying to hold out right now? I don't even know what he's doing. I genuinely... Is he typing? Is he just like, well, that sucks? I mean, but what do you do in this position, right? Like, that's the question. Now, your enemy... I mean, they've gone full men-at-arms, but look at the resources that have been stacked up. They're still adding in more men-at-arms, and they've got their torches out. They've just come out from the base. Torches out. And now the landmarks are actually getting sieged. And look, Crackety actually trying to keep the landmark alive. You can see Crackety holding on for dear life. He knows. He wants to keep his ELO. Let me keep my ELO. You're not taking my ELO, but the landmark's going to go down. And keep in mind, this landmark's only got 2,500 health. So once his landmark goes down, it's going to be tough to get this bad boy back up. Back behind, though, we do see the boar. He could pull the boar. I don't know why he's not pulling the boar. That is a funny little shenanigan that could be occurring. Still not a lot of food underneath this Archon Chapel for the moment. He's had to move away from those sheep. And just complete domination coming out right now from the Holy Roman Empire player. Crackety makes a single mistake. A single mistake leads to this victory, or rather leads to this defeat for Crackety. Still got a lot of idols. He's trying to hold on. Is it? There's no way he does this. There's no way. His enemy's up 20 villagers now. He's up the military. Doesn't yet have relics though. That's the thing to note. There are 4 relics on the map. Where did Crackety's monk go? That is a question. Landmark about to go down. Landmark goes down. Crackety, just give it up. Just give it up, buddy. Landmark victory approaching. Down to 1 town center. Down 23 vills. There's no way he's making that up. Less than half the villagers of his enemy. Crackety right now. I feel like we're just putting nails in coffins over here. We're singing the from the. Well, I'm not going to say we're singing from the same hymn sheet, but Crackety's really like. In Age of Empires 3, we call this Turking. So there was a guy in Age of Empires 3 named I Am Turk. I mean, I'm sure he probably still plays Age of Empires 3. But he was basically famous or infamous for just running his vills around the map and trying to win no matter what. Like, it was never give up, never surrender. He would always try. And people just started calling it Turking. They'd be like, stop Turking. And Good Game does finally get called. Crackety decides to give it up. After a very long fight, Crackety throws in the towel. Fellas, if you've enjoyed this game, make sure you go check out Crackety. He might even be live right now over on Twitch. Go say good day. Say good day from me. And of course, we'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and very well played to Dimple.